The video opens with the familiar brassy theme music of The View fading out as the camera pans across the studio audience cheering wildly. Whoopi Goldberg introduces the guest with her usual warm gravel. "Please welcome the one, the only, everybody's favorite penguin, Danny DeVito." Danny struts out in a black suit, purple shirt, no tie, grinning ear to ear, doing his little signature shuffle dance that makes the crowd lose their minds. He hugs Whoopi, kisses Sunny Hosting on both cheeks, waves to Sarah Haynes, then finally reaches Joy Behar. Joy stands up, arms wide, and says loud enough for the mic to catch it perfectly, "Danny, honey, I gotta tell you, you're looking shorter every year. Are they shrinking you in the wash?" The audience erupts in that half-shocked, half-delighted laugh they always do when Joy goes for the jugular. Danny freezes mid-hug, pulls back, tilts his head like a confused puppy, and the camera zooms in tight on his face. For 3 full seconds there's dead silence except for a few nervous coughs. Then Danny's eyes narrow, his smile vanishes, and he mutters just loud enough, "Wow, Joy, wow." The crowd senses blood in the water and the cheers turn into a low ooh. Whoopi tries to smooth it over with "She's just kidding, everybody loves you." But Danny is already sitting down, arms crossed, staring straight at Joy like he's about to turn her into a meatball sub. Joy, never one to back down, doubles down with that classic New York smirk. "Come on, trash man, you know I love you, it's just an observation." She reaches over to pat his knee and Danny actually slaps her hand away, not hard, but sharp enough that the audience gasps. Sunny's mouth drops open, Sarah covers her face, and Whoopi's eyes go wide like she just realized this segment is about to go off the rails. Danny leans forward, elbows on his knees, and starts slow. "Joy, let me ask you something. When you look in the mirror every morning, do you say to yourself, 'Today I'm gonna be a raging bitch on national television,' or does it just come naturally now?" The audience explodes, some cheering, some literally screaming. Joy's face turns the color of her red blazer. She fires back, "Oh please, Mr. Sensitive, you've been making short jokes about yourself for 50 years. Danny stands up, barely coming up to her shoulder even when she's sitting, and yells, "Yeah, I make the jokes, Joy. I get to make the jokes. That's the rule." The crowd is now fully on Danny's side, chanting "Danny, Danny," while the producers are clearly panicking in the control room because the applause sign keeps flashing but nobody knows what to do. Whoopi tries to grab the wheel. Okay, let's talk about your new movie." But Danny is in the zone now. He starts pacing the stage like a tiny angry penguin. "You know what, Joy? I've been on this show 10 times. 10. And every single time you got to go for the low-hanging fruit, pun absolutely intended." Joy laughs too loud and says, "Well, it's right there, Danny." He spins around, points both fingers at her like guns, and screams, "You wanna talk short? Let's talk about your career after The View. How's that gonna measure up?" The audience loses their collective mind. Someone in the front row actually falls out of their chair. Sunny is dying laughing. Sarah is pretending to take notes but is clearly live tweeting under the desk, and Alyssa Farah Griffin looks like she's praying for the sweet release of death. Joy tries to get a word in but Danny just keeps steamrolling. "You sit here every day acting like you're the queen of comedy, but the second somebody gives it back to you, you cry like a baby." Joy stands up now, because of course she does, and they're basically nose to collarbone having a full East Coast standoff. "Don't come for me, little man. I was doing stand-up when you were still in the womb." Danny fires back without missing a beat, "Yeah, and you've been recycling the same 5 minutes since 1974. The crowd is screaming so loud the microphones start peaking. Whoopi is literally holding her head in her hands whispering, "Jesus, take the wheel." Security starts creeping closer to the stage because nobody knows if this is about to turn into an actual fight. Danny grabs a glass of water, takes a sip, then very calmly says, "You know what the difference is between you and me, Joy? I'm short and I own it. You're bitter and you pretend it's charm." He drops the mic, actual mic drop, it thuds on the carpet, and he walks straight off stage left while the audience gives him a standing ovation that shakes the rafters. The camera cuts to commercial with Joy standing there stunned, mouth open, while Whoopi frantically signals to the control room. When they come back from break, Danny is magically back in his seat like nothing happened, sipping coffee, smiling sweetly. Joy tries to play it off. Well, folks, that's what happens when you poke the bear, even if the bear is fun-sized. Danny just looks at her and says, "Apologize." Joy rolls her eyes so hard they nearly fall out. For what? Telling the truth? Danny leans in close to the camera and whispers, "Say you're sorry or I'm posting the outtake from It's Always Sunny where I improvised a 10-minute rant about you." Joy's face goes white because everyone knows those outtakes are legendary. The audience starts chanting apologize. Apologize. Sunny is crying laughing, Sarah is hiding behind her card, and Whoopi finally just throws her hands up and yells, "We'll be right back after this." The final segment is pure chaos gold. Joy mutters a half-hearted "I'm sorry you're so sensitive, Danny," which obviously makes it worse. Danny stands up one last time, does a perfect Frank Reynolds impression, "So anyway, I started blasting," then hugs every single host except Joy, tells the audience "I love you all, never change," and moonwalks off the stage while the credits roll over absolute pandemonium. The Chiron at the bottom reads Danny DeVito storms off The View after epic showdown with Joy Behar, clip already breaking the internet. The video ends with a freeze frame of Danny's furious little face mid-rant, with 28 million views and counting, while the top comment simply reads, "Protect Danny DeVito at all costs."